Hi, I'm DiRenzo. In this training minute series, we're going to continue to utilize the fire department personal harness use in reference to the firefighter rescue maneuvers. This can be utilized in rapid intervention situations as well as if your partner goes down and you or your partner is personal harness equipped. Over here, what we're going to do is we're going to assume that our partner is down due to some type of situation. Taking what we've previously learned in other fire department training minutes, what we're going to do is deploy the harness. Deploy the harness, we're going to convert it. Once again, not deteriorating away from the SCBA conversion. He's going to encompass a single strap, pull tight, and put that half hitch in. The firefighter is now quickly ready for a firefighter removal. He is packaged. Remember, if we are going to that left side shoulder strap, be cognizant of that low pressure regulator. We do not want to encompass that in a pompier hook. The firefighter now comes around to the rear. He wants to lift up the firefighter. By lifting the firefighter up, it allows us to obtain access to the back neck area of the SCBA. He deploys his pompier hook off his personal harness. He wants to go to the strap that he utilized to connect the front. Same considerations need to be kept here on the low pressure line is not to encompass that with your pompier hook. At this point now, he's now encompassed to the firefighter. He can now utilize his strongest muscles in his body, which is his legs. He squares off and he's ready to drag. Notice how he went to the strap that's already cooked up. He's now in line. This can also be utilized if the firefighter is packaged with the SCBA conversion via the waist belt. He squares off, he squats down. At this point now, he's going to start to drive backwards using his momentum and his weight to remove the firefighter. Stop. All right. Disadvantage here is the fact that we can't really see too much and we want to be able to utilize our hands. So at this point, he can now kick his leg over, run the pompier belt through his legs, having vision now to see his sense of direction, as well as utilizing his hands outwards to grab structural components or furniture to help aid in the removal. Go ahead. Stop. So we've now taken that personal harness and we've encompassed that, once again, utilizing those legs. Coming up to another situation where we might not be able to get up to the level of where this rescuers were. We might be into fire ground conditions that are untenable. Same procedures are going to go down. A fire ground emergency has occurred. We have to get our partner or down firefighter out. The firefighter converts the harness as done before. Takes a personal harness, encompasses a single strap, pulls tight, puts his half hitch in. Once this is done, as stated before, he is packaged for removal. He will now come around to the shoulder strap area. Being forced to stay low due to conditions, he deploys his harness, attaches it to the shoulder strap. Once again, watching out for the low pressure line. He brings the firefighter back down. They are encountered in high heat conditions, forcing them to the ground. He needs to get to a safe area or a safe refuge. He can, at one point, kick his leg over, and in all four bear crawl position, on the balls of his feet, drive himself out. That was referenced before in the DRD device segment done by Chief Avila and Frank Ritchie. We'll also show you now what you can utilize to do a crawl position. Puts his leg down, pushes off with his strong leg, staying low, removing him to a safe area. Another option technique we're going to utilize here is for if we have to remove a single firefighter due to an extensive drag situation, as well as a secondary attachment point is going to be developed here. Situations warrant where firefighters may or may not have an SCBA on when they're found. Previous line of duty deaths have found firefighters without SCBAs when they've gotten to them. What we're going to do here is utilize this personal harness as a secondary attachment point, whether internal or external. The down firefighter's personal harness is deployed by a straight downward pull. At this point, he's now taking it up. It's running underneath the coat. By running up underneath the coat, it keeps it in line to the body. Biggest concern we may have here is, depending on the type of conditions where we are, due to heat, we want to avoid opening that top of that coat up to get to the firefighter to create any type of burns. Keeping that closed as much as possible, the pompier hook is presented to the top. All right, we keep the zipper shut, we keep the Velcro zippered. What we do at that point next is make sure that the enclosures, if we have clip enclosures are done, we have a minimum of 3 clip enclosures done, so that way we're good to go. At this point, we now have a change of direction. We can use this for a vertical lift attachment point as well as we can use it for a horizontal change of direction. To help distribute the weight of this body for that extensive drag, firefighters should be carrying some type of webbing in their pockets, in the fashion of kept rolled up in a continuous loop in an EMS glove. Sometimes firefighters like to put it in a daisy chain format. If you put it in a daisy chain format, what tends to happen is it could knot up in a situation where you really need it out extreme conditions. This firefighter now will deploy his webbing. This same technique can be utilized with personal escape rope of that fashion. This is geared towards rescuing firemen. This is firefighter's life's on the line. We're using our escape rope for him. At this point, he takes and deploys his harness. The harness is deployed. He takes the butt of his webbing, puts it into him. He now created his anchor. It's ran up through the pompier hook, which is the change of direction. We've now created a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage. We've now cut his weight in half, especially if we have to go a great distance. He goes the extreme width, and then now he starts to pull. As he pulls the firefighter, once he gets to the end, he goes all the way back. He'll continue to do this until he's gotten to the safe area and is removed from the building. This is just another option that can be utilized in that mental toolbox if needed. Hopefully we'll never have to put these to use, but if you do get in a situation, you now have something to revert back to. I would like to thank our sponsors for the training. It's Globe, and please stay safe.